So I wanted to make this quick video about the situation and the dilemma of people wondering if it is okay and appropriate for them to date their friend's ex. Now, it is a very touchy topic, and sometimes, even when it is spoken about, it is just brushed over. Not much is said. It's like a lot is said, but yet nothing is being said about it. First things first, the if a person is a person's ex, it just typically means that they are no longer in a relationship, or they should no longer be in a relationship if they are identifying as that way. This makes that person in all ramification free, available for dating, getting married, whatever the case may be. I'm talking about ex in terms of singlehood now. Perhaps I'll do another video for divorce and all that. I'm talking singlehood, never been married. You're not, though your friend was not married to this guy, but you're wondering, is it okay and is it appropriate to date ex? Now, on an objective level, when you look at it, if this person is single and does not have any string attached anymore to your friend, there is, or there should be, nothing wrong with it. But when you bring it to the emotional level, there's the part of, what would your friend think? How will she take it? So, yeah, a few things that I want you to consider. Because when you look at it, if you say dating your friend's ex, I think the drama around it is usually if you were the one who orchestrated the breakup, or or something like that, like they broke up because of you. Now, that is a different scenario entirely. I'm not talking about you were cheating with your friend's boyfriend, and then they now broke up because of you. Then you are now asking, oh, should I date my friend's ex? That's not what we are saying here. That's different, because you have a character problem if that's where you find yourself. Now we are talking nothing, no strings attached. You guys, you knew this, of course, you knew this couple together and all that. But for some reason, it didn't work out. Do you know that, interestingly, some of these reasons may not even be messy, the way people are always thinking about breakup. It may be a medical condition. Some people are not ready to go the whole 9 yards for genotype compatibility, and so, like, they're not ready for that. By the way, I have a video addressing that and how people can get married, but some people don't care for it, and for some other people it's even tribal problems. The father likes this tribe, the mother does not like this tribe. They say she should marry from this tribe, they say she shouldn't marry from this tribe. When all those things come up and cause a breakup in a relationship, and the person is single, and this person is genuine, like the heart of the guy is genuine, and he approaches you as a friend, the big question, so there've been the back and forth of, are you breaking girl code and all that. The first things first is to make the process transparent. I think one of the things that gives us a lot of stress as humans is because we're trying to hide so many things. Sometimes even the things you're trying to hide, there's no secret there. Like, there's no secret there. You are just making it worse by trying to hide it and trying to be secretive about it. Your friend's ex comes up to you and says, okay, as you know, maybe for instance, I was dating Chioma, but things did not work out. Did I love her? Yes, I did love her, but I want to move on and I'm ready to move on. And I mean, you know, we're talking and all that, or we've been talking for a while, whatever the case may be. I was wondering if we could go further. Now, that kind of situation is best tabled with your friend. You must have that conversation with her and let her know that, oh, this is what is going on. It's not comfortable for me, but I do sense that this is the right person for me to go ahead with. And I needed you to know, because what I'm doing is, and I'm even really talking about this from a godly perspective, well, this is not a situation whereby one friend wants one down to be down and all that. No, what I'm doing is, I believe is right, in alignment with the spirit of God, and I've prayed about it and all that, and I think that we should give it a shot. Some of the things that happened with your own marriage, with your own relationship rather, we've been able to learn from it and we want to get into, like the maybe if it's the genotype, if it's the tribal war, if that's not an issue with you, or maybe your own self, your parents or his parents do not have a problem with you and all that, having that conversation is going to be hard, but we all have to move on. Sometimes I don't really understand the big deal there because people just make a mountain out of it, saying things like, oh, you should go far away to go and get another person. Hmm, the question is, but what if the kind of person that he needs for his life and all that is someone within? Another question I ask people that you today people have not answered, and hopefully somebody answers this for me in the comments, is what if the relationship with that friend was the wrong one? There are times that people are in relationships, but they're in the wrong relationship. What if that relationship with that friend that you are feeling like, oh, you don't want to betray her, that was the wrong relationship? And the relationship with you is actually the right one in terms of compatibility and all that. Because it's not by how long you are in a relationship, is by making sure that you both are compatible on different, and I'm not just talking health wise, spirituality, vision, where you both are headed, and so on and so forth, and just the sacrifices you both are willing to take to be able to get on your journey together. So I see that people do not look at it from different perspective. They're just emotional about it, and it just ends in, oh, she went out with her friend's ex. That's the end. So if you are the one in that situation, and for some reason, and there are a couple of reasons why, because a question somebody may be asking who feels bitter about this, maybe, and what were you doing talking with the friend's ex in the first place? That's with the girlfriend's ex in the first place. You may be working together, you may be in the same office, you may be in the same church, you may be in the same religious space. You may be there's so many things that you can do. The man is not isolated. There's no human that is isolated, at least healthy human. There are different places where they are working and mixing with other people and other gender as well. What if maybe your friend introduced you guys together, whatever, you guys started dating, but you've now broken up, and then but they're still working together in that office, or they're still in that religious circle. They meet and they talk and they have their conversation. So for those wondering, oh, are they sneaky? I'm not talking about the sneaky ones. I cannot overemphasize that, because this is not about sneaky people who are sneaking up to people's boyfriends and stealing them. That's not, or people's husband. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about a breakup has happened. Okay, so a breakup has happened and the guy is now available. And please, also, if you're a person also going into dating, you also want to apply some wisdom. Breakup has happened. Don't be put yourself in this situation only 1 month later. You guys want to start dating. Even if the breakup, give it some time. Even the guy is thinking, oh, yeah, the one. No, no, no. There should be healing time. That give you some time. Even healing for both parties must be there, including the one that is saying, you are the one for him and all that. As a matter of fact, if somebody jumps on you as quickly as possible coming off of their ex, then it's a problem. It can be a challenge. Okay, it can be a sign, it can just be a challenge, like, whoa, did you really love this person? Why are you just jumping on me? So there should be that time effect. So in an ideal case, the the duration of the relationship should have stayed at least for a minimum of 1 year. They should have been apart, as in the breakup should have happened where both parties have healed and moved on. Why you also need to give it that minimum of 1 year? You look like I'm 37, said no, there's no time for me. You want to make sure that this person is not still in love with that ex. So this just some things and cannot just be rushed. If you guys are in the talking stage and you are getting to know, maybe you are helping with the healing from a very honest place, not from a weird place where you are trying to steal the boyfriend or whatever. You are helping with the healing and all that, and you see, okay, maybe it then now starts considering you and all that. You still want to give that space, but you don't want a drama where two people still like each other and then you are now in the mix. It's just very weird. So that's another thing, because a lot of times people are talking only about the lady who broke up and how the girl should not break the girl code, but they are not concerned about the person who has been asked to be in a relationship as well. What is she experiencing? Is she experiencing things that are strange, like them still liking each other, but not being able to be together? So therefore, but they know they can't be together, but like there's still that thing there. All those things need to be checked out. It needs time, it needs attention, as much as possible. That's why someone like me is here. I am here and I do the work that I do. You also need to work with a professional therapist, relationship and marriage therapist, and coach that can help you fast track the process with the right tools. Why it will be fast track is when you have the right tools and you have clarity, then you can move from year to year in good time. But when you don't have the right tools and clarity, it's not like you will not move or you may not move. You just may not move as quickly as possible. So I wanted to drop these thoughts here, and I also want to share your thoughts. I do not think that this is the end of this conversation. We're still going to continue to have this conversation, but this is something that many people are talking about and whispering about in corners. And I was like, let me bring it out here on this journey to meeting your husband. These are some things you should know. And I'll close up by saying again and again, you want to make sure that I would say I'll emphasize a few things. Number one, the person who broke up might have been the person in the wrong relationship. Number two, there should be space and time. It's not that this person breaks up 1 month, the next month you are in the relationship. Now that's desperate. There should be space and time. Number three, there should be transparency. Everybody should know. Now, this should be a different video and a different conversation. What if you get into a conversation with your friend and she doesn't agree, she's not down with it? Maybe she has a group of advisors that are like, oh, that girl is breaking the girl code. Like, what is she even about? Does she not have any other man in the world to have a relationship with? Does it have to be your ex? Quite frankly, the truth is, I think that if a person thinks that way of a person, like saying, it's your ex, or as if you own the person, that person has a challenge. We have not wanted to call it and name it word for what it is in a while, but we should. Because if you assuming, and a lot of times I realize that people who are stuck on this excess is because they've not moved on. If you yourself, you've moved on, I'm talking about the person who broke up with the ex now, you've moved on and you're enjoying life and you're really wishing the best for everybody, including your ex, your worldview will be different. You're not going to be busy trying to say, hey, so who is the ex with? People are usually always like, who is my ex with? Where are they? Who are, all those weird things. There are people dealing with something deeper. And if you have that circle of friends around you, there's a problem. Yeah, that just feel like, oh, you break up with somebody and then that the person should be condemned for life, or nobody should ever talk to the person again, that sort of thing. Now I must add this because there are exceptions to cases. I know that there are cases where a person has a messy breakup, the boy was bad to her. I didn't say the man, the boy was bad to her and all that. Of course, if you have wisdom and you are listening to this channel and you discern the spirit behind this channel, you understand that those are not the people we're talking about. So you can somebody beat up your friend, slap your friend, the friend is like, oh my god, good riddance. Then you are the one that now got the inspiration to date the person. That one we need a new conversation for you. It's not this one that we address your own challenge. Because that is under the desperado space. Those who are desperate. Somebody is beating you, all those kind of things. Then you decide that, oh, that's the person you want to get into a relationship with. Do people change? Absolutely. Over and over again, there's so many stories of people that change. So I'm not part of those people who think, oh, a person doesn't change, or a person's behavior doesn't change, doesn't move forward, is cast in stone, cannot, all those kind of things. I'm not one of those people who believe that. I believe that people actually change. However, that kind of situation can be very dicey, because while your friend will be looking at you with like, okay, is this girl okay, your safety is also there. Why are you dating this person who they say is a woman beater or all any sort of things, they cheat and all that. Like, why are you getting into that kind of relationship with that person? And that's the kind of examples that I gave were reasons that there are reasons, if even compatibility. There's a senior coach that came to share with me how it was these people were at the brink of getting married, and the marriage did not hold again because he held a coaching session with them. And when he did, they realized that they were not compatible for each other. Now, those ones, nobody was beating anybody. That kind of person, that kind of girl in that situation, it was a girl he that knew him and all that. She's supposed to, that kind of thing, yeah, she will heal from it and all that. But if she sees that guy 1 year later, like, it will be weird if she expects that, oh, you should not be in a relationship. That's the kind of thing I'm saying. Where there's a genuine reason for breakup, not that somebody is beating somebody, someone, just not that. I'm talking about there's a genuine reason for breakup. So the one of the as I tie this together, one of the reasons why there have been no straight yes or no answer, which I've answered in this video, is because a lot of times when people attempt to answer it, they don't say, but yeah, there are always different cases when it comes to this X thing. But ultimately, is it bad? No, it is not bad ultimately. Now we can then now sit down and now say, okay, so why do you say it is not bad? When you look at it, an X is an X, like you are not with that person anymore. Why should it be a problem for somebody to date them if that person is compatible with that person? If as it is if a person is in a situation whereby she feels somehow because now friend is now dating her ex or whatever, then it means that there's still unresolved feelings and those things need to be worked on. And let's not say in this generation that, oh, it's not normal. Let's stop saying things that are not normal, making it normal because we want to just soothe our feelings. If there's a challenge, you are still tied to the person. Maybe do you guys want to get back together? Like those are things you want to think about. So that you are away from somebody, then you are saying, oh, it's not normal. It's not normal to see now be attached to somebody emotionally. So therefore, nobody must date the person again because you dated the person. That sort of thing. After all, won't somebody date you? Anyways, let me stop here. I hope that you've gotten some clarity. I want to know your questions. I want to know your thoughts. This is not the end of this conversation. I just needed to start out on some sort of foundation because I just realized that it looks like people do not know how to approach this, and the people who approach it rightly, they feel as if they are committing a sin. So we just need to solve this once and for all and let people know that if the person is done with your relationship, someone else can date the person, a sister, an ex, and all that. If the person is compatible, this is not stealing a person's spouse or husband or boyfriend. I cannot overemphasize this. My name is Signal. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I help women meet and marry their husbands, helping them meet and marry their husbands without compromising their identity, conviction, or their purpose. Because it can be possible to be successful and to be successfully married too. And I show you how this is possible in the 21st century. Check out my other videos. I'm a therapist. This is my 10th year at the time of recording this of being a therapist and a counselor. And it has been a pleasure just helping people's relationship, marriages, and family. There are definitely a variety of ways that you can work with me. Please check the description, share your comments, share this video, share your thoughts, share your questions, book a session with me. I will be seeing you in the next video, but you definitely can see me on previous videos that you've missed, including the playlist. Thank you.